Hi Virgo, welcome to your mid-December 2022 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Virgo. This is a general reading, not a personal one-on-one, so please keep that in mind as you listen to this reading to only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. Hi cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Virgo. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Virgo and cross watchers that energy is fluid. And this means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. Okay, Virgo, so 2 cards here that we need to talk about. Okay. We have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you about a certain someone in your life. And then I tried my best. I'm so sorry here is what they want to tell you. And I'm picking up on an energy and around your energetic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you at this time. I do feel someone messed up. And I do feel instead of kind of just being honest and open about it, they're either trying to bury it and forget about it and still pursue something with you, or they're just, you're picking up on something that they haven't been fully honest about. And when you try to pressure them, you try to talk to them about it, they have excuses as to why they can't do it, why they backed out, why they flaked on you. That type of energy I'm kind of picking up on. Or if they go ghost for a few days, not texting you back, they give you some excuse as to why they couldn't text back that I don't feel is 100% honest. So I do feel Spirit wants to tell you something right now about a situation you're in love and romance. Just to be aware, Virgo, that you may not be seeing everything as it is. I'm almost picking up on Pisces energy for some of you guys. You could have strong Pisces in your chart, or you could be dealing with a Pisces. That's not the case for everyone, obviously. There is someone that always likes to wear a hat, a beanie, a baseball cap, always when they're out on the go. I'm picking up as confirmation for someone here. I'm also seeing the letter B, as in Brittany, as in Brian. First, middle, last initial could mean something to someone. So let's see what Spirit's trying to tell you about this situation right now, Virgo. Maybe you're trying to just ask if your feelings, what you're kind of suspecting about a situation is right. And Spirit's saying, yeah, it is right. Something that you are picking up on that they haven't talked to you about, that hasn't been presented in the 3D, but you're feeling through your senses, through your intuition, is absolutely spot on, Virgo. So don't ignore it, okay? So with the tarot, I'm going to ask how they feel about you right now. What do they think of you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection that they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? What are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Virgo? What are they really hoping is going to happen and unfold between the two of you? And what are they afraid of? So already how they feel about you is the Hermit card. Some of you could possibly be dealing with another Virgo or someone with strong Virgo in their chart. Yeah, interesting. So we have 2 major arcanas here out of the 4 so far. And they're afraid you're already passing judgment about a situation that they're trying to explain. They're trying to dig the hole they made out for. But I don't know, Virgo. It's like this distance between the two of you is just convincing you more that there's something about this that is wrong. Something about this that this person isn't being fully honest and aware of. And it feels like you just try to understand this person. You're trying to understand where they see this going, if there's going to be anything between the two of you. And the more they're kind of keeping distance, they're trying to create emotional distance. I wonder for some of you with the thoughts, with the 10 of Pentacles, that could mean different things. But for some of you, I'm kind of feeling they're afraid of commitment. They're afraid of fully going out all on this, maybe because they had a failed long-term relationship. That's still something they haunt or get haunted by. Maybe they went through a divorce and that's just something that has been, they told themselves, I'm never going to get married again type of situation that they haven't been clearly honest with you. But for some of you, I'm just throwing this out there and you'll know it's for you if you've had those suspicions. Someone could have a relationship that they're hiding from you. Just throwing that out there. But let's keep going. Mm. Yeah, they know you want a commitment. They know you want something more serious than where it's been for the last few months, weeks, and it's still not enough. And they are trying to put it out there to convince you that what they're doing is enough. But if you're feeling like it's not, that's a valid feeling to have. And then they may try to not say, sorry, you know what? Yeah, I haven't been doing enough there, to being like, well, there's a lot going on in my life right now, trying to make you feel bad for wanting more out of the situation, which you should feel bad about, Virgo. And that's a big red flag. If someone can't let you be honest about your feelings around a situation, what you want from a relationship, or that someone's making you question your expectations, and then they're still trying to put up, a facade that they care, it's just like, I want things my way, the way I want to see it and the way I want to have it. Virgo could be happy with it or not, but it's like they still want to have you around, but on their own terms and their own way. And is that something that actually works for you, Virgo? I think now in December, you're really seeing how it's not. You're kind of done with the false promises. You're kind of done with the false hopes. And if they're not putting these feelings of emotional distance or just general distance between the two of you, maybe they're starting to pick up on that, Virgo, your withdrawal from it all. Yeah, here's the Six of Pentacles. Someone who needs to have it more from this and to be happy with that more, right? I mean, you deserve it. If anything is out of balance, if you're doing too much and you're not getting enough out of it, that should be addressed. And I don't know. I just don't like the feeling I'm getting around the situation of, well, I'm sorry, I did all that I could. If they really did all that they could, they don't have much to give. And maybe that's what some of you are kind of finally opening your eyes to as well. But bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. Cancer energy. So with the Four of Cups here, yeah, I do feel someone has been dissatisfied with the connection in general, especially the last month of everything that's happened. I do feel that someone's starting to get bored of the connection, doesn't see anything progressing in it, is starting to get apathetic towards the connection here. And that's why there's such a rocky road that's been going down between the two of you. I do see someone that wears a necklace with a cross on it. Could be a golden cross, but it really could be anything. Just confirmation for someone out there. If you are the person, Virgo, who has been starting to become emotionally distant or emotionally numb towards this person, they're definitely seeing your withdrawal. They're definitely noticing your silence. And it's something that's making them want to reach out and say, look, like, I'm sorry this didn't happen. But recently, too, with all the excuses you've been receiving, and you're trying to make sense of it, you're trying to see if they really are coming from a good place. Am I overreacting? Am I not getting these things right? But again, Spirit's drawing me back to this: pay attention. Pay attention to their actions more than their words, especially with all the pentacles here. Because I feel like this problem says a lot of things. This person says a lot of things to put a Band-Aid over the situation, but that Band-Aid eventually falls off if the wound still keeps festering. And for some reason, I still feel, Virgo, even if they put you off, or you feel like they put you to the side, or they just avoid certain conversations or avoid to do certain things, there's a reason why they keep you around. And is that reason to get some sort of fulfillment on their end? Do they get some sort of ego boost? But let's just dive into this so we can give you some more information with what you're going through. How they feel about you is the Hermit card. Virgo energy. So if this is how they feel about the situation, they are, I feel for some of you trying to think of a better excuse. I do feel they bailed on you. That's something that was very important to you. I wonder if this was a date you were planning for a while, if there was something that you invited them with your family so you can introduce this person to your family, to your friends, to your close circle, and they bailed. So they may be trying to keep a distance here because they may think that this is starting to get to a point where you may start to see the reality of the situation, especially if they're afraid of commitment, especially if they're not looking for commitment right now. You may start to really see the truth behind everything. And that's why they're trying to evade certain things, to avoid certain conversations and avoid certain events. Now, if this is how they feel you're being right now, Virgo, they don't like the fact that you've withdrawn. They don't like the fact that you don't text anymore, you don't call anymore. You've just been kind of silent, and it's been scaring them a bit. It's making them worry a little bit if they did something wrong, if they messed up, if they got caught in something too. I don't know why I feel that energy, but I do feel it for some of my Virgos out there. What they think about this connection or think of you is the 10 of Pentacles. Virgo energy. And what I feel with this is, again, like the whole reason why there may be disruption in the connection or a withdrawal within this is someone may start to think that this person isn't ready for the 10 of Pentacles the way that you are. You want something serious. You want a partnership that's equally devoted, that is trusting, that you guys can build as a power couple. You don't want just some one-night fling. You don't want just a booty call. You want someone that you're looking for something serious. A devoted partner that can build into something that could go long-term between the two of you. Now, if this is what they think, they are starting to catch on or starting to really worry if the only way they can have you around is by being committed to you, exclusively to you. Maybe for some of you guys, they've had some family upbringings that were not so very solid. Maybe they came from divorce. Maybe they came from parents that married each other just because they felt like they had to for the family, for whatever society they grew up in, if it was a long time ago even. And even though they were unhappy in the relationship, they felt like they still had to be married to show off the Brady Bunch type of vibe that was very prevalent not only like 50 years ago, right? So, based on how they were raised and what they thought love was or marriage was, even for some of you guys, they never truly believed in it after a certain period of seeing how unrealistic they may have experienced it. Or even some of you, they're still recovering from a long-term relationship that failed or a marriage that failed. And they know they're in hot water if that is something you've been trying to work on here. Because I think they've been trying to distract you from getting to that realization that they're not ready to commit. They've been trying to distract you from understanding why they're unable to commit with any past problems that they're going through. And then, like I said, for some of you, this 10 of Pentacles energy is giving me the vibe that they could be married, they could have children with someone else that you don't know about. Or they could even be in a relationship if it's not that serious. But that may be something they're trying to hide, Virgo, for a few of you. What they like the most about you is the Judgment card. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. I also feel Scorpio energy with this card here. And they know, even though they fear this, they respect it too, that you're someone that makes up your mind. And once that mind is made up, judgment is forever past. You are picky, you are selective with the people that you choose to be in connections with, that you choose to date. And maybe that also gives them a little bit of an ego boost, knowing how selective you are with your energy, with your time. They have seen that you follow through with your judgment calls. Maybe they've seen that with certain friends that you had to cut out of your life, certain family members you had to cut out of your lives. Now, others of you, I gotta say, if this is not in such a light sense, they perceive you to be someone that they can easily persuade. That for this amount of time, they've been able to keep up the act of keeping you around without you finding out that really this is something that they just want to have for the meanwhile, or they're not looking to develop it anything further. They've, for a bit of time, have kept you from leaving the whole situation or connection. But for a lot of you, yeah, I do feel that it's either because you are someone that is very serious about closing out certain relationships that don't serve you, which they respect in some way. I wonder for some of you, if they know that you left a relationship or a friendship ended over this person, and they feel very good about themselves that you chose them over someone else, straight up for some of you guys. Or that you didn't listen to the judgment of your family members or friends that were telling you something was up about this person. But it could be too that you just give them that ego boost, that Virgo selective, they're picky and they chose me to text, to call. What they don't like about you is the Three of Swords. Libra energy. So what I feel with this and the energy and the cards I'm seeing right now, that for some of you, again, that third party situation will be found out and that you'll end it, period. And there is no going back, there is no changing, and what's done will be done. And they would feel bad to hurt you. And I think that's why they're avoiding this conversation. I feel like that's why they don't want to tell you the truth about a certain factor of what they want out of this, because they don't want to hurt your feelings. But others of you with this Three of Swords here, they may find you to be someone that could be a little bit sarcastic or pessimistic, or that once something isn't going your way, and again, this is just all perspective, it may not even be true, right? As not everyone's perspectives about us are correct. But they may kind of seem as like when things aren't happening, unfolding, going away, there's a little bit of a storm cloud that goes over. But maybe that storm cloud forms because you're left to your own thoughts, you're left to your own solutions to things that they get detached about. They may be fearing that you're looking to break this situation off too, Virgo. And even though they may not want an exclusive relationship with you, or they may not want a long term with you, they don't want you out of their life. They like having you around. But again, it feels very much like on their own way. What they like the most about this connection is the Page of Pentacles. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So with this Page of Pentacles, I feel that maybe this all kind of started this year. And I feel that as things kind of develop more, there's something new that you're kind of bringing to the table that they haven't felt in a very long time, especially if this is someone who got out of a long-term relationship, who got out of a divorce. They do feel like you have exclusively chosen them to be the person you're going to pursue in love and romance exclusively, and that you've chosen them, like I said, with that Judgment card here. That same energy is coming through with this Page of Pentacles. That you have been someone who, up until this point, has been very active in asking them out and asking what they're doing on the weekends and asking if they have any plans, making those plans happen. They do feel a little bit cherished by you, Virgo. And that's because when you do care, you put a lot into the connection, you put a lot of effort into the situation, but are some of you starting to see that you're doing too much? And are they valuing you the same way you're valuing them? Someone could be blonde or has like that ashy blonde hair that they use purple shampoo to kind of make it more toned that way. Maybe someone recently bleached their hair or went lighter. What they don't like about this connection is the Queen of Pentacles. Capricorn energy. So different things I'm feeling with this card here. For some of you, I gotta say, the Queen of Pentacles is a very giving individual. It's feminine earth energy, regardless of gender or sex. We all have masculine and feminine energies. And with feminine earth, when they see something of promise, when they see something that could give happiness and joy and fulfillment in their lives, they work towards it. As every relationship should be, it takes effort. But once the Queen of Pentacles starts to see that that effort is going nowhere, or even worse, that it's getting taken advantage of, all that giving silently and quickly stops. And it feels very cold when the Queen of Pentacles stops to give. And maybe Virgo, in some way, they relied on your participation, on your effort, and always reaching out to keep this connection alive. But now they're starting to see that you're not reaching out anymore, that you're not talking as much, that the text messages you send are not so long with a ton of emojis, but they're periods at the end, disinterested. They're worried now that you're not going to give in to this anymore, or as December unfolds. And others of you with the Queen of Pentacles, maybe whether it's verbally you've kind of expressed this or energetically, until you see some more serious action, until you see that they're serious about this connection and that they want to take this in a serious level, in a serious way, you're not interested. You're not going to engage. And that's giving them the pressure, making them feel like they have pressure to step up. I also wonder if they gave you something that you borrowed. I don't know if this is like an article of clothing or like a phone charger or something along those lines that you still have. And they're kind of annoyed you haven't returned it yet. For some of you guys, maybe it's vice versa as well, right? But that even the way they used to use someone is not working anymore. It's the old patterns, the old ways are starting to get dull, and you're starting to catch on. Highest hopes is the Six of Pentacles. Taurus energy. I honestly feel, I know with the Six of Pentacles, it's about balance, it's about giving and even charity and something like that. But seeing this woman sit here in that chair comfortably, I kind of almost feel like their highest hopes is that everything will remain the same. Either if you are catching on or not catching on, that things will be just fine, that there won't be a lot of changes, that you'll still be interested, that you'll still want to make the moves, that you will still be the person to reach out every single time. And everything will just kind of fade out and smooth out after this awkward transition of whatever you're going through right now. If it's your hopes, Virgo, you're hoping that they'll give more into this, that they'll show that they care, not just with the excuses, the sorries, but actually take action and initiative to make a change happen. Now, I wonder if there are third parties involved in any situation, your end, their end, they're hoping they'll be chosen again. Despite what is right, though. What is right for you, Virgo? That's what Spirit wants you to pay attention to. Have things been out of balance, and why have they been? I do feel Spirit wants you to pay attention to their actions more than anything else at this time. Because if they say, sorry, let's reschedule, and then flake out again, those are the situations Spirit is trying to make more apparent to you about their lack. Deepest fears is the Queen of Cups. This is Cancer energy. Now, what I feel with this is that someone's afraid to get emotionally involved or get emotionally too deep in something, in this connection, where someone's actions really do hurt the other person. I do feel someone's afraid of getting their heart broken, for sure. And they're afraid to get played. that they got caught up too much in the feelings and the daydreams and the hopes and ignoring all the reality, everything that was starting to add up a long time ago, but someone wanted to ignore because they felt so good about the connection. They felt so good about a certain person. But, for whoever maybe is going through this right now or who is beating themselves up over it, I wouldn't be so hard on yourself. I do feel this person knew how to work the angle to get you to not pay attention to the red flags. I do feel someone's deepest fear is that they didn't listen to their intuition soon enough. And that everything they were feeling, even though they didn't have evidence of, they just put to the side because they wanted to look at the world through the rose-colored glasses or the situation specifically. But if this is their fear, they're afraid of getting emotionally involved, getting emotionally too deep for sure. They're afraid maybe if there are two queens in the situation that the Queen of Cups will find out and be heartbroken. But yeah, I just feel overall someone's afraid of a broken heart here, especially with this in the spread as I'm seeing it. This Queen of Cups is kind of looking back at the Three of Swords. That maybe even, Virgo, you're the person that would break their heart. That they don't want to repeat, that they don't want to go through again. And that's why they're trying to keep distance here. So to see the likely outcome of this situation, Virgo, what are they likely to do in the upcoming days, weeks as December unfolds? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. But before we go, I'm going to get one more card for you guys. See if there's anything else Spirit wants you to know about this connection, about this situation. Anything else you need to tell Virgo? Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I almost feel like this connection is meant to push the other person into making the effort they never made before. That Spirit is trying to say, look, if you don't make the effort now, Virgo's going to dip. Virgo's going to be done. And you're not going to get Virgo back. You have to be honest, open, clear to Virgo. Even if you don't see this going anywhere anytime soon, just be real with that. Because leaving Virgo in the dark with no answers is not going to give you what you want. And maybe even this depiction of two children. There's something about this connection that some Spirit wanted to heal within an inner child. Again, whether that was family related, about their views of love and romance, a broken up relationship or marriage over it all, where kids had to be separated. I do feel that this make the effort. Spirit is trying to get them to do this before you're finally done, because I think their own spirit guides are trying to make them aware of what they need to change. But if they keep ignoring it, keep denying it just out of their own protection, they're going to end up getting played for sure. Anyway, Virgo, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold, are they going to do more? Or are they just going to get cold feet and back out? Let's go ahead and see. To join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But this is where we depart, Virgo. I really hope that this reading has resonated with you. It's giving you clarity, insight, healing, guidance in regards to whatever's going on in your love life right now. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Virgo, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Virgo.